Yeah. Number one, should students be allowed to use computers at school, you think?
Well, this is a question that has been going on for a very long time.
Hi, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Welcome back to IELTS Trang BEC. Hôm nay mình lại tiếp tục ngồi với thầy James và mình và thầy sẽ cùng giải quyết những cái câu hỏi IELTS hóc búa phần 3. Follow up của cue card khi mà các bạn được hỏi về describe a time you use the computer and something went wrong when you use that. Hoặc là những cái chủ đề liên quan đến công nghệ thì cùng bắt đầu nhé. Let's crack on. Right, Mr. James, so we have some interesting questions in IELTS Speaking Part 3 about computers. Yeah. Number one, should students be allowed to use computers at school, you think?
Well, this is a question that has been going on for a very long time.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw on BBC News recently that in Britain, they brought in a new law that mobile phones, which are another form of computer, are not allowed on campus, which I think will be impossible to enforce.
Yes.
But anyway, the headmaster or headmistress, as the case may be now, has the right to send students home if they don't follow this rule.
Oh, wow.
So here in Vietnam, I think the whole thing of not so much computers but phones is totally out of control. And I'm not sure it will ever be possible to rein it back in, if you understand that expression.
I don't understand.
You don't? Well, rein it back in means to bring things back to where they were before. You understand? I think now, that, I mean, just like this man here, people are just on their phone all the time. It's an addiction, a very serious addiction. And parents here are too busy making money. They have no idea what their children are looking at and doing on the phone, which is the computer, just the same as the laptop. But they're looking at all kinds of things and not good. Anyway.
To be honest with you, I thought that computers is different because it's a big thing and then you work on the computer, where that phone is the thing that you use for communication.
They're both computers.
Really?
You have the internet on both. You have Google. You have everything you want. So I mean, they're both exactly the same. What's the difference? What can you do on the computer that you can't do on the phone?
But computers.
What can you do on a computer that you cannot do on a phone?
Photoshop.
That's a huge attraction, I'm sure.
Right. Anyway, question number 2. So, what do you think of people who are addicted to playing computers?
What do I think about them?
Yes.
I don't think about them. That's a strange question. What do I think about them? How can they be helped? Is that what you mean?
But they say, what do you think of people who are addicted to playing computers?
What do I think about people who are
addicted?
I think they're very sad. Because I'm a psychotherapist and I have worked with addiction for many, many years. And you see, you cannot cure addiction. You can only learn how to deal with it. And you have to change your behavior. People who are addicted to alcohol, to drugs, to food, to sex. It's a huge business. So when young people at a young age are addicted, to fix that, it can't be fixed. But to teach them a way of dealing with that, to get on with their normal life, is very difficult and very painstaking and takes a lot of time.
Painstaking?
Painstaking, yeah. It means it takes a lot of pain to try and change it. So I will say again, I think it's very sad. And I see here in Hanoi, very often I see women, and they don't want to spend time with the child. So at the age of 2, they give her the phone. So they're already addicted to the phone before they ever go to school.
They cannot put it down. So do you think computers make our lives simpler or more complex?
Well, it depends. If things are used in the right way, I mean, a computer is one of the most wonderful things, just like the phone. But sadly, humans tend to abuse rather than use things. So if it's used properly, of course, it's an amazing piece of equipment. But sadly, very seldom is that the case.
Yeah. What kinds of people would use computer most, you think?
What kind of people?
Would use computers more? Yes.
Well, nowadays everybody uses computers. It's not, I mean, old people have learned how to use them, and they have made life much simpler for them. So I think all kinds of people, and maybe young people are more inclined to spend extra time. But I mean, in every home now, most people come home, they bring their computer home, and while they're eating their phở bò, they're looking at the screen. So
Finish eating
so while they're eating their phở bò or phở gà or whatever it is. So who doesn't use a computer?
Yeah, who doesn't? Even you, right? Even you.
Well,
For teaching.
not even me, but I use it all the time. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I mean, don't say even you. Computers are amazing.
Yeah,
I'm talking about people who are addicted to Facebook, wasting time. That's what I don't like.
Yeah. Right. We have some also two more interesting questions about the news. So, number one, which do you think is a better way to provide information, by phone or by email?
Now, you started off by talking about the news. Are you talking about communication between people or the news?
Yeah,
Which one?
Yeah, because the question is about which do you think is the better way to provide information, by phone or by email?
To provide information by phone
or
email. By email. When you say phone, do you mean texting or speaking on the phone?
They just say by phone in
by
general.
phone, yeah, or by email.
They just wrote a very general question.
Very few young people email. Most people text.
Yeah.
And I would say the most popular and probably the easiest way, email is a bit more formal maybe. So I would say the best way to communicate, and the easiest way and the cheapest way, is by texting. But news is a totally different thing.
Right. So, in this day and age, how do people determine the accuracy of information?
Well, that's a big problem because there's so much fake news. And also now, all the big news channels like BBC, well, BBC is still controlled by the British government. It's not belong to a private company, so it should be more independent. Whereas CNN in America or Fox News are owned and controlled by private companies. But you see, you take a country like Vietnam, a totalitarian country. Totalitarian means the government control everything. So all news channels are owned and controlled. Now, in the Western countries, big companies like CNN will put a twist on the news that suits their purpose. In a very similar way to the totalitarian country, will put a twist, or perhaps won't put on at all things they don't want you to see or know about. So it's very, very, very difficult for people who are not well educated and well informed to be able to discern what is real and what is fake.
Right. Would you say like, let's say I always read the news from The Guardian or reputable sources like CNN or BBC, because for sure the news would be more reliable rather than there's no source. Would you say so?
Well, yes, but as I said a minute ago, that because these companies have their own interests, they will put a twist on things, or they will present them in a particular way. That, for example, in America, CNN is very pro-Democrat. So you'll find very little bad news about Mr. Biden, whereas Fox News is very Republican. So you'll see no good news about Mr. Biden, you'll see all good news about Mr. Trump. So that's why I'm saying that even though their information is correct, it's the twist that they put on it. And that's what many people are influenced by.
Thank you so much, Mr. James. That's very valuable information, and I'm sure you guys will absorb a lot of wonderful information from his wisdom, I would say so. Stay tuned for another next episode, and good luck with your exam. Bye.
Au revoir.
Over. Over is like for French.
See you again.
Yeah. That's very good. Yeah, that's very interesting. I thought that as long as the news is on reputable source, and we'll be fine. That's the thing that I don't know.
We present things from our own angle. You understand?
Yeah, from different.
I mean, you that phoning, you can phone.
There's a lot of English words that borrow from French.
Yeah.
So why? Do you know any reason?
Yeah, because in the 12th century, we go back, there was a guy called William the Conqueror, or in French, Guillaume le Conquérant, and he went to England, and he was living in France, he was speaking French, so he bring the French language with him. So after, for maybe 200 years, the king in England, they were speaking French.
Wow.
But it's not the French from now, it's the old French. So all the words you use